Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you all to this call tonight. I'm super stoked and excited to have Celina Garza on. I'm just really glad that we got a chance to connect. And thankfully, of course, thanks to Alicia, who's one of my business partners in my current business. I just put it out there into the universe and said, Alicia, I love your sister's vibe. I think she would do great on a Monday night call. And then she actually told me that you were a motivational speaker. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's phenomenal. And so, I put it out there, and then I saw a live review that you did, Celina, and I was like, you talked about your health journey and stuff, and it intrigued me. And then I reached out to her, and then it just kind of went into this whole direction, and she's here tonight. So, she's a mom boss, an entrepreneur, and, motivational speaker. And I wanted to kind of give her a little introduction here. So basically, she specializes in creating meaningful connections as an advocate and a practitioner of wellness. She focuses on mind, body, and spirit, and she's an energetic motivational facilitator who integrated traditional spirituality, holistic modalities, and positivity to motivate people from the inside out. So this is like, I want to dive in like right away. Also, she's passionate and specializes in interviewing, personal empowerment coaching, healing, wellness, communication, and team building, guys. So feel very lucky to be on here tonight. And Celina, if you just kind of take it away. This is also going to go on YouTube. So definitely, guys, feel free to share this out with people that you feel will definitely benefit from this call tonight. I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and I'll share the link with you guys individually in Messenger. So welcome, Celina.
Welcome.
Go ahead and take it away, girl.
Hey, everybody. What's up, Facebook world? What's up, YouTube? Boom. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Alicia. What's up, Dee, Abby, Johanna. I see several other people that I don't know, but after tonight, we're related. We're sisters. So I never like when people read my bio. It's so messy. And you know what? Like, I've been there, done that, and I've traveled so much and spoke to so many different audiences. But I really feel like my heart definitely is still for the women, the empowerment of women, and knowing that we're so hard on ourselves, and thinking of you and how you've been kind of sick lately. And I'm like, it's just because she's just so hard on herself, and she's doing too much, and she's trying to work out, and she's losing weight again, and she's on her own personal journey. And then I'm thinking about all of my lady friends, my friends that are out there who every day are consistently thinking of other people and have this really, really beautiful selflessness about themselves. And so I was really honored and touched when you said, hey, you need to come on my Motivational Monday. So thank you so much for allowing me to share this space with you. I'm honored. I love, 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 love to work with people. And it's 7:19 here. And I got some people out in Washington State watching, and I look bundled up, but it's like 60 degrees, and everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I like to be cocooned up. I like when it's cool and warm and stay cocooned. So I just want to start out by saying thank you, Creator, thank you, Universe, for allowing us to have this space together, and whatever will be, will be. Wherever you're sitting, standing, or driving, may you be blessed and may you be touched, and that the spirit of aloha feels up inside of you, that you're able to pass on this beautiful energy and message and Arizona weather with you. And after this is over, I definitely want to connect with each and every one of you. And I want to say, up front, it's not about selling anything. Right now, I want to empower you and motivate you from the inside out so that you understand that you're perfect just the way you are. You're so beautiful. And everything that you are and everything that you can be, you can be. And society has kind of changed us upside down and turned us inside out and made us be and act somehow. And it's easy. All we got to do is start the day out right. And so that's what I wanted to talk about tonight, is waking up and be awesome. And it really does start that way. And just real quickly, I wanted to share a little bit about myself. When I first started working with people, I was 16 years old. I was already a teen mama. I became a teen mama again when I was 18 years old. And now my children are 24 and 22 years old. I'm a GMA, so I have the wisdom and the knowledge now. I always wanted to be a grandmother and an elder. And I became a grandma too soon, maybe, if you want to say that. But I think that, wherever we're at in our journey, that knowledge and that wisdom is already inside of us, and it just takes us to tap right back into it. So the way you wake up and the way that you acknowledge your sleep and the way that you put yourself to sleep the night before is the way you're going to set your day when you wake up. And so if you wake up and you're not feeling good, or you have some aches and pains, lay back down and start over. I know that sounds really silly, but it's definitely true. I mean, when we wake up in the morning, we jump out of bed, we run to the bathroom, we jump into the shower, and we don't take that time to think about, okay, thank you, mattress, for taking care of me, or floor, or couch, or wherever it is that we slept. Waking up in gratitude definitely sets the tone for you. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself other than being a teen mom. In 2011, the doctor told me, you have a 2.5-pound tumor that needs to be removed from your thyroid. And I said, oh, shoots, cancer. And I said, no, cancer. There's no cancer inside of me. But people don't believe me, and I got to show them my scar. And anyways, I had a 2.5-pound tumor removed from my thyroid, size of a softball. Think about a softball, right? Was inside of my neck, and it was pressing on my airway. And every time I would sleep, I'd wake up with headaches. And I was like, something's not right. So I finally had that removed in 2011, November 28th. So it's been 7 years cancer-free. And I made up my mind a long time ago that I wasn't going to allow illness. I wasn't going to allow disease. I wasn't going to allow somebody else's thoughts or mindsets to overcome me, and for illness to take over me, because I had too much stuff to do. So in 2011, they removed that. I bled out. I hemorrhaged. I had to spend 4 or 5 days in ICU. I almost died. And I remember being in ICU saying, I got too much stuff to do. I can't be sick anymore. And so that's a little bit about myself. So when people say, what's your credentials to speak? What degrees do you have? And so I would say that I've beat death 3 times. And so I'm here to share my story and tell you a little bit about what it's like to be here in the now and to connect with people and to share good medicine. Because as women, we don't give ourselves enough credit, and to understand that you are the medicine. And if you wake up every morning and just start by saying thank you and understanding that you have a mission, whether it's to be at home and be a mama and work from home, whether you haven't tapped into that business niche yet, and if later you want to tap into that, we could talk to you about that too later. But, it first starts with you. All of the things that you do for other people, you first have to think about you. Become selfish and be okay with being selfish, because if you don't take the time to take care of you, who else is going to take care of you? Not your husband, not your wife, not your boyfriend or girlfriend or your kids. It's you. Nobody knows how you feel but you. And so it's really important that you take that time to feel yourself, to scan your body. What's going on with you? What are these thoughts that keep, creeping in and out of my mind? You need to deal with them. Because those racing thoughts, those memories, those past, those things that are trapped inside of you, you need to take the time to address those things. Otherwise, they'll come creeping up and check you, and they'll move on into the next relationship. They'll move into the next business opportunity. So everything starts with you, so understanding with wherever you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be, and acknowledging that. That is where it's at, So I wanted to share a couple nuggets with you. Is that all right with everybody? Shake your head. Yeah. You guys want some nuggets? Give me a 1 if you want some nuggets. I'm going to give you some nuggets on how to wake up and be awesome. And I hope that you guys are smiling inside of you, because, you're here for a reason. You took the time to stop and to jump onto Zoom. And so I wanted to share with you some nuggets. It's really funny because when I do keynotes or when somebody says, come teach a class, I take the time to think about what I'm going to do. I plan it, I organize it, I execute it. But then I'm realistic, and I know that whoever's on this call is supposed to be on this call, and I really go with my gut intuition because, see, women, we're created perfectly. You know, even if you've never had a child, you can still take care of a child. We're nurturing beings. That's what we do. So here's my notes. My notes are on an envelope, and that's how I teach a class too. So I allow whatever to be will be. So here's 10 nuggets to get you every day through your day to wake up and be awesome. I specialize in cardiovascular research, and with your heart and your brain, it's all connected. And so as a researcher, understanding that, especially if we come from different parts of the world, if we are of ethnicity or brown or black, sometimes our diet's not exactly right, or if we're white or yellow or green or orange, doesn't matter. We don't eat like our ancestors. Okay, so I wanna address that right now. We don't eat, we don't drink like our ancestors, and then we're wondering why we're sick. So if you want to tap into your power as a woman, and you want to tap into that power to make great things continue to happen in your life, I'm going to give you 10 nuggets. So if you want some nuggets, let me see your ones, okay? And I'll give you some nuggets. Here they are, because knowledge is power. And this is all the things that I do every single day. I might not do them perfectly, but I do them when I wake up. So it's funny because people are like, you're not a morning person, are you? And I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm in my space right now. I'm praying. I'm, meditating. I'm taking my time, whatever. But this is what I do every single day. And I might run around with my head cut off, but you know what? I have the energy to do it. And so I want to share these nuggets with you. 1, your brain diet. What kind of good fats are you putting inside of your body? Are you putting in sugar? You're drinking soda the first thing when you wake up? First thing in the morning when you wake up, you need to indulge in water. Water is life. It's our first medicine that was gifted to us. You need to replace the time that you have been fasting through the night, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, if you're lucky, right? 10 hours of sleep, 4 hours. You need to drink some water, activate those organs inside your body. But not only that, planning your day and your brain diet, you need the good fats like avocado, salmon, tuna, not the good fish from the fish fry spot, but you need those really good foods like your brain needs them. If your brain doesn't work, how can you operate, right? So avocados, fish, all of those good things. 2, kill those ants. What are ants? No, not those little things that are running around on your floor, but the automatic negative thoughts. The monkey mind, the stuff that's been playing over and over in your head, the things that you should have did last week, last month, the things that happened last year, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when you were mad at so-and-so, those bitter thoughts, kill them, okay? Replace them with good things, right? Next thing is exercise. Move your assets. Girl, get it together, whether it be walking, jumping on the treadmill if you want to. And I don't even like the word exercise. I just want to say move. Go to the street. Do whatever it is that you can. If you can only move your arms because your legs aren't working very well, move your assets. Okay, start with where you're at. If you need to go to the mailbox and walk back and forth, and who cares if your neighbors are looking at you, then do that then. If you want to get a gym membership, go ahead. But don't be comparing yourself to all the other people that have been there 2 and 3 years, right? Start with where you're at. And be realistic with yourself. We're so hard on ourselves, right? The 4th thing, brain vitamins. What kind of supplements are you taking? Are you just depending on the food that you eat? You need some supplements. I would suggest, and I'm not making any type of, advice claims or anything like that. Turmeric is a really beautiful supplement, right? Cinnamon, fish oil, the 3. Add some C's and you're all good, right? Vitamin C is good for the skin. It's good for illness. And anything that starts with a C, Cancer, critters. Just kidding. All right. 5, your positive peer groups, right? The positive people that are around you. Are you hanging around with people who bring you up? Are you hanging around with people who bring you down? Are you constantly having to pull people up the hill so that they feel better? Get a new group, girlfriend, and here it is, right? Marcy created this group so that we could all be together, this call right now, so we could all be together. Jump on these Monday night calls, right? Jump on the group chats. You see something inspiring, please share them, right? That's how you keep in that positivity. Positivity flows and it grows, and it starts with you. If you want to be positive and you want to make some moves, then definitely increase your positive peers. So the people that you follow, the people that you see every day, they should be a reflection of you. You don't like them, maybe it's time that, you don't hang around with them or connect with them as much. And your family, you can't get rid of them, but it doesn't mean you have to be with them 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, number 6, we're getting down on this. Number 6, your environment, a clean environment. It doesn't mean that you need to hire a maid. I mean, that's a good idea if you can afford it. But less clutter is less clutter in the mind, right? So, clean environment, decluttered, organized, so that when you're looking for something, you can find it. So you don't have to run around and look for it. So a clean environment, your car, you should be able to get in your car without having to move a bunch of stuff, right? So your environment definitely is a reflection of what's going on inside of your brain. So clean up some things. If you need to throw in a box and take care of it later, then that's what you need to do. Somebody that I definitely would suggest that you follow or check out is Marie Kondo. She's really cool with organization and cleaning and getting rid of things. And you know what? If you haven't wore something in 6 months, get rid of it. You got to make room for new things if you want new things in your life. So I could go on and on about that, but it's definitely true. Okay? We know those people that like to hold on to stuff. That's also holding on to energy that might not be something that you want, to follow you. So clean environments brings clean new things. All right, number 7 is your sleep. How did you sleep last night? How have you been sleeping? Do you have some breathing issues? Are you lacking oxygen? Are you going to sleep with your smartphone on all night? The back screen, oh, I'm just going to jump on Facebook and check it out. And you're on Facebook for another hour. They recommend, I'm not sure who they are, but it's really a good tool and a good thing to do is to turn off your phone 20 to 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Also, move your phone away from your bed. Turn on your alarm so that you have to get up out of bed to turn it off, right? And you have 2 minutes to decide if you're going to jump back in bed or not. But definitely move your technology, your laptop away from you. And if you sleep with your TV on, you're actually hurting yourself. Turn on the sleep, button. Utilize that so that it turns off. But I would definitely suggest that you don't, because you don't need that blue screen. You don't need that light. You need good peace. Think about how you're sleeping. So if you could rate your sleep right now from 1 to 10, if you're not satisfied or getting close to being satisfied, at a number 7, you should reevaluate your sleep, because that is where your subconscious and conscious are speaking to you. That's your time to dream. That's your time to recover and renew and rejuvenate. And if you're not getting enough good sleep, then you should really question what's going on in the rest of your life. Your brain's not operating at optimal speeds, if you want to say that. But also your sleep. If you can get a good night's rest and dream and dream and dream, when you wake up in the morning, a really awesome thing to do is to write down your dreams. Your dreams are trying to tell you something. So if you have the opportunity to do some dream journaling, oh my gosh, it's amazing to see what yourself is saying to you. You already know what you need to do, and sometimes we're like, oh, I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that later. But you're actually hurting yourself. So if you try to journal for a week, all of the answers are already inside of you. So it's really beautiful to see what your subconscious has been saying to you while you're resting. So, number 8, are you protecting your brain? You know, all of this, it's all connected, okay? It's like a sign, yeah. So, are you protecting your brain, right? Are you eating the good foods? Are you giving it enough oxygen, right? So that all of that can operate at optimal speeds. We're getting down there. Number 9, are you always learning? Are you tapping into things that make you feel good? Are you learning new skills? Are you reading new books? Or are you just depending on your Kindle? Are you depending on the internet for advice? Are you depending on the internet for suggestions? You know, authors have spent thousands and thousands of hours and creativity and energy and schooling to write books. So grab a couple books and indulge in them. And if you need some book suggestions, I have a bunch of really cool ones. And start writing your book. You know, stories sell. If you're not sharing your story online, you know, people are like, hey, what's going on with her? I see her doing pictures. But if you have a little story to share, it's going to connect you and reconnect you with someone. I mean, it's inspiring to inspire someone else. You know, it's that energy that we need to connect with our sisters. That's what we need to do is write our story, you know, and social media is a really good place to start because it saves it for you. So think about it as a journal. I mean, obviously you don't want to share some personal things that you don't really want to share and have out there in public, but it's a beautiful thing to share pictures, but also your stories. You know, one of the ladies that I do some work with, she is over 70 now, and recently I shared with her, you know, maybe you should share some of your stories. And it's amazing how many people said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you shared that. And can you think, you know, when we're gone from this earth, do you want those stories to go with you, or the beautiful memories that you had? You know, you want to share those so that people remember the life that you lived, right? Not how you died or how you left this earth, but you want people to remember the life that you lived. So I would definitely encourage you to share your story, right? And then number 10, your stress management. How are you taking care of your stress? If you're on this call today or on this video and seeing this and saying, man, I don't have any stress, it's all good, you are lying, sister. You're lying. Stress is healthy, right? It helps us learn how to process. It helps us learn how to overcome obstacles. And to really, really be honest, you know, as women, we're resilient. We are built to carry children. We're built to be survivors. So if you don't have any stress in your life, high five and more power to you, but you're lying to yourself, right? So how are you balancing that out, right? Are you attacking things head on? Are you taking care of them in good ways, or are you angry? Are you mad about it? Are you bitter? Because you can't be bitter and you can't be better. You can only choose one, right? So your stress management. When you are faced with challenges or obstacles and you're feeling a little bit stressed, add more water, okay? Water, 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 water. I cannot stress enough, some water. And if you're fueling your stress with eating and with caffeine, it's not going to do anything but hurt you, okay? So take away the caffeine and add some water. Take away those sweets. You know what? And sweets are okay. You can do that, but you can't stay there, okay? So if you want to eat, you need to move, right? And the last bit of that stress management is balance that out with gratitude. You know, we talked about waking up and being awesome. And when you open your eyes, the best suggestion that I could ever give anyone, to you, my sisters, is start with saying thank you. You know, there's somebody this morning or there's somebody tomorrow morning that's not going to get the the opportunity to open their eyes. So if you don't pray and you don't believe in that, fine, that's fine. But at least say thank you to yourself for waking up, for choosing to wake up, right? You have new opportunities every day that you wake up. You have people who depend on you, you know, someone that you might see in passing that you smile, you know, they need you. The world needs you. We need your energy. We need your good medicine. So why not thank yourself for giving yourself that opportunity when you wake up in the morning? So those are just 10 quick nuggets that I wanted to share with you. And, you know, I could go on and on and on and on because that's what I do. And, really, I just wanted to come and share those things because it's been on my heart. And I feel like within 2019, we're in a new year and a new month. And people say, oh, I'm going to set a New Year's resolution January 1st. Well, statistics show by January 26th, I believe it is, all of those goals that have been set are no longer there. They quit. So if you said, oh, I'm going to start going to the gym, I'm going to work out 7 days a week, you're not being realistic with yourself. If you're going to set goals or intentions, make sure that you're realistic. So, you know, real quickly talking about moving your assets more, exercising and doing more, making sure that you're realistic with that. So 7 days a week, I want to exercise. Yeah, so do I. But check this out. Not every day you're going to have time to do that. Not every day you're going to have energy to do that. And you need to be good to yourself and honor yourself and know that it's not going to be like that all the time. So be realistic. Start with something simple. Start with something that you know you can achieve. 3 days a week, you could probably do that. Do you have the best energy in the morning? Or do you have better energy in the afternoon? Being realistic, right? So if you start in the morning, start with a realistic time in the morning, right? So if you wake up at 8 in the morning, you could probably know that it'd be obtainable by 8:30 to get out and go for a little walk. So be realistic. Start with that, right? So if you want to build some intentions that are healthy and realistic and obtainable, let me know. I'd love to support you. And I know that, you know, Marcy wants to start some challenges, and she has her own challenges that she started with herself. And one I want to throw out there is to be good to yourself, to share your story. If you want to try something, try going live. Try going live, for real. Try going live, share your story, share what you're doing, because stories sell and people like you. So since I'm on here and I have 1 more minute and I want to share this with you, I want to share this because it's important. You know, as a mom, as somebody who works a full-time job but also works for myself independently and share, and I travel and do the work that I do, know that if you want to start an online business, or if you have, you know, things that you want to sell, you know, maybe you are really good at making dresses. Maybe you're really good at making jewelry, right? The best way to do that is to share the things that you love. Share the things that you're passionate about. Share how they have changed your life or how they are changing your life. Your friends and your family want to be a part of that. They want to support you and encourage you. And people will buy from you if they see you being happy and positive about it. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you're crying around, you think that's going to build any type of business for you? Probably not. So make sure that when you're sharing online, it's through positivity, it's through good things, it's through beautiful things, it's through the things that you love and the things that inspire you. So take the time to think about when you're going to post. If you're not in a good mood, or if you're not feeling it, then you probably don't want other people to be feeling that too. So take the time and consider when you're posting and when you're sharing. So those 10 nuggets again, real quick. Number 1, your brain diet. Number 2, killing automatic negative thoughts. 3, move your assets, right? Whether it's exercise or working out, walking, chair exercises, swimming. There's all kinds of different options. Dancing, yes. All of you dance. Stop lying. I seen you in the club, okay? You can do that in your house. So stop playing. 5, your positive peer group. Make sure that the people you are kicking it with and following and doing things with are positive. They're uplifting you and bringing you up the mountain and not pulling you down. Number 6, declutter your funk. Okay, clean out, declutter, clean your environment so that you feel good, so you sleep good. Number 7, your sleep, making sure that you're taking care of rejuvenating yourself through the night. And dream journaling. I want to challenge you to start a dream journal. Pay attention to what your subconscious is trying to tell you. Number 8, how are you protecting your brain? Your supplements, your food, and your water, right? Number 9, you're always learning. You always have a good book that you're nosing. You're following people, right? Yoga is a really good one too. Number 10, your stress management. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you balancing things out? And are you starting your day with gratitude? So those are the 10 nuggets that I wanted to share with you. Hope you guys are feeling really good. I hope you got a little something out of tonight. Hope I didn't talk too fast. But if anybody has any questions or they want to connect, definitely hit me up in my inbox. If you need some suggestions for supplements, or if you need some suggestions with people to connect with, if you're trying to connect in different business opportunities or positive flows or peer groups to follow, let me know. I would love to connect you as well. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you, Alicia. Do you guys still see you hanging on? Thank you, girl. She's probably all freezing over there in Washington. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope I gave you a little bit of 9 o'clock Monday motivation.
I love it. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing. I actually have my notes here. So, I made my notes, and these were really good. There were some that I've already started incorporating, but then there's others that I haven't. So now I'm going to bring it into my, DMO. Celina, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful that, you agreed to come on and do this for the team, and obviously all the other ladies that's on here. And I think that at the end, it's really just about, and I like to show my team that, it's not about always selling or always trying to see like who you can get into what business. It's about finding people that really inspire and motivate you, and collaborating with those people and bringing them forward to, the people that you most care about. So I really care about my team, and I was like, you know what, I got to get her in front of, it's just another great way for you to expand your network and connect with like-minded people. So I love it, and I think we're officially probably going to start a movement, because I want to try to get you on maybe another time in the future. But I do have the Powerhouse group. Celina, I don't know if you have any groups. Maybe you can just let the ladies know if they want to maybe plug into any of your groups or any of your resources. But Celina's in the Powerhouse group as well, so I kind of want to create that little atmosphere of just women empowerment there. But Celina, where can people find you? Where can we find you?
Oh my gosh, North Phoenix. No, just kidding. And in Hawaii in September. So yeah,
Nice.
in September, the last weekend in September, the last weekend is our intertribal powwow on the island of Kauai. Also, you can find me at nativelifeway.com. That's my website. I travel around the country, and my focus is working with Native people and women. I'm definitely inspired with women and love connecting and talking about healing and working with trapped emotions, but that's a totally other subject, and the removal of trapped emotions. And a really good book that I would suggest for you to read, and especially for women to read to understand, is The Emotion Code. It's super amazing. It's changed my life. It's changed my thinking. It's changed my energy. I had some work done on me and for myself, and it's been so amazing to see how emotions are trapped inside of us, and especially as women, again, those emotions can either help us or hold us back. So the Emotion Code, it's really, really beautiful. But again, that's a totally other subject, and we could talk about that another time. But there's also a group called Healthy Active Natives, and you don't have to be native to join it or anything like that, but it is a really beautiful group of over 80,000 people who are changing their lives. And there's different themes like Motivation Monday, there's Transformational Tuesday, there's people that have lost hundreds of pounds naturally without supplements or anything like that. But if you want supplements, you can definitely find those out there. Yeah, and have a business opportunity with CBD. So if anybody's interested in healing with CBD and adding supplements that way, we can definitely connect that way as well. But thank you, Marcy. Connect with Marcy too, or with my sister Alicia. She just had a brand new baby, so I'm so happy that Ezra and Alicia got to jump on.
Yay, we got to see Ezra. Now you do life coaching as well, right, Celina?
Yeah. So we want to connect that way too, and I don't want to sound all this way, but life coaching is transformational. And if you're not ready to life coach, then don't connect with me.
Oh.
If you need some coaching or some suggestions, I definitely love to work with women, especially men. That doesn't discount you. But I do also work with a lot of elders in the community, and I travel and do a lot of different facilitations and workshops and trainings for our elders. But this year in 2019, I set an intention to work more with women. So look out in November, because we're putting together a conference here in Phoenix. So I'll give you guys an opportunity to come to Phoenix and to connect with a bunch of really awesome people.
That will be awesome. That will be awesome. So any questions, anyone want to drop some questions? I kind of made a note here somewhere. Wait, I think it was number 8. But I'm going to wait for everybody else and see if anyone has questions before I ask you about number 8. Dee or Joanna or Jada, no? All right. So my question was, you had said number 8, protect your brain. I wanted you to elaborate on that one a little bit more.
Yeah.
To make sure I understood it fully, because it's similar to the brain diet one that you had mentioned. So
yeah. So the brain diet and then protecting your brain, they definitely go hand in hand. All of it really connects, because the sleep, the oxygen, they all go hand in hand. So the brain protection, again, is the good fats, your diet, but also, I mean, I don't want to go into that as well, but if you're putting bad things into your body, you know, if you're smoking reefer all day, you know, and you don't know where it's coming from, that's not gonna suffice. It's not gonna help you, right? So protecting your brain. If you smoke cigarettes, learning how to cut that in half. I don't like telling people we'll quit tomorrow, because that's unrealistic, right? So if you smoke cigarettes, you're not really protecting your brain. Cutting those in half can definitely help you with the protection of your brain. Also, you know, if you're outside and you don't have a lot of hair on your head, or even, you know, you do, you try to wear a hat, try to cover up your head also. When you're on a bike and a motorcycle, wearing a helmet.
protect your brain.
Protect your brain, but also, you know, protecting your brain or your mind. If you want to, you know, really get into that, protecting your mind, protecting your spirit, because the mind, body, and the spirit's all connected. So, you know, this is where it all is, the frontal side of the brain, right? So either fighting or running, fight or flight, right here. So we got to protect that. You know, if you're not 25 yet, you're still growing, and so you want to make sure that you protect that.
Absolutely. Okay, awesome. I wanted to add something to that. I actually learned something today on YouTube, the importance of breathing. Because when you said, brain, because breathing, just like oxygen, you know, taking like breaths, because a lot of us don't breathe like we're supposed to. I guess studies have shown that people just don't breathe properly. And like, there's also people that like breathe just through one nostril and they don't realize it. So your brain's not getting enough oxygen. So I thought that was something really cool to add in there. I was like, okay,
For sure.
affecting the brain. That was good.
Yeah, that goes with the oxygen. So the breath and the oxygen, right? So when you breathe, because this is part of my facilitation too, is you breathe through the nose. You should see your shoulders rise, your chest rise, and then you breathe out with. And if you still have some, you push on your chest to get it out. So when you're breathing, being, present and honoring that breath, right? Because we take advantage and we don't pay attention to our breath. So taking the time to breathe, you're exactly right. So that's the part of the protection of the brain as well as oxygen. We need it with water and we need it with breath. So if you have any signs of inflammation of the body, or if you have any signs of asthma or headaches, sleep apnea, you're not getting enough oxygen. So replacing it with mindful breathing and water is definitely going to help you as well.
That's good. That's good for D. I know that's good for you as well with the breathing. But yeah, guys, no reefer, okay? Just get with CBD. Get the CBD. All right, let's. So, this was awesome. Thank you so much again, Celina. Yeah, I don't know if anyone, you guys can like drop it in the comments and just like thank Celina for taking the time to come on tonight. And I look forward to more of these calls in the future, more collaborating. And I'd love to see more and more women show up because that's just like really awesome, that we're in separate businesses, but we can come together and empower and inspire one another. So that's really, really cool. But yeah, if no one else has anything they want to say, if you want to say something, raise your hand. If not, Alicia says, thank you for taking your time to share.
You're welcome.
I will go ahead.
Love you. I love you guys.
Oh, me too, girl. Thank you so much. Well, guys, ladies, if the guys are going to catch the replay, have a phenomenal evening. This recording is going to go on YouTube. I got to see which channel I want to post it on, but either way, it'll be on there so you guys can utilize it and share it out to any other women that you feel will benefit from these nuggets, okay?
Awesome. So, thanks, Dee. Thanks, Johanna.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye, ladies.
Good night, everyone. Bye.